phone which is creating a buzz in the Indian mobile market, one that everyone wants but is always out of stock, one to have made the Indian people line up in queues, literally as I too had to stand in one. The Redmi Note 5 Pro, the true successor of the most selling Indian smartphone last year, the Redmi Note 4. Let's unbox it. So that's all we have in the box, no headphones were included. Let's talk design first. The phone has a modern 18:9 aspect ratio with minimal bezels on the side. The front is made of Corning Gorilla Glass and the back is old and boring aluminium body. The phone comes in gold, rose gold, black and blue colors. The back houses the dual camera setup along with the flash and a fingerprint scanner. On the front top, it has a 20 megapixel selfie shooter with flash, speaker grill and some sensors. The left side houses the SIM tray, which is a dual SIM and doubles up as a memory card slot which supports up to 256 GB. On the right, it has the volume rocker and the power button. The bottom has the 3.5mm audio jack, microphone, USB 2.0 socket and the speaker grill. On the top, it has an IR blaster and a noise cancellation microphone. Xiaomi has taken a lot of design cues from Apple, but they could have avoided the camera bump. Phone feels great to hold and the buttons are easy to operate and tactile. The curved back gives it a reassuring feel when holding, but the smooth aluminum build might be slippery. The FP scanner placement is again pretty good and natural, and it is also blazing fast and instantly recognizes. Kudos to Xiaomi for the design. The phone has a screen size of about 5.99 inches and has a FHD Plus IPS LCD display with a pixel density of about 403. The brightness of the phone is decent and is average in direct sunlight. The colors are also tuned to be slightly saturated in my opinion, but then you can adjust it to your liking. The viewing angles are again quite good, and there are different modes like the outdoor mode, reading mode and night mode which you can toggle, and you will also love watching movies with this awesome display. Powering this phone is the Qualcomm's latest 636 processor, which is an octa-core processor clocked at 1.8 GHz, and this is coupled with the Adreno 509 GPU. The phone has two variants, that is the 4GB and the 6GB versions, but both have the same internals, that is the internal storage of 64GB. On paper, this is definitely a powerhouse considering the price point. Based on my initial impressions, the processor handles games and apps quite easily. There should not be any hiccups in the performance aspect of this phone, but we will be doing an in-depth gaming and multitasking performance test against its competitors to know better. Coming to the phone's main selling point, that is the camera. The primary camera has a dual camera setup with a 12 megapixel snapper which has an aperture of 2.2, and there's also another camera which is a 5 megapixel camera which has an aperture of 2.0, and this also has face detection and also LED flash. The secondary camera is 20 megapixels again with an aperture of 2.2, and the front also houses an LED flash. The phone's camera application resembles a lot like the iPhone and is also quite easy to operate. There are various modes that are available. The only bad part about the phone is the video shooting caps up at 1080 at 30 FPS, whereas the Redmi Note 5, which is a cheaper version of this phone, can pull off a 4K video. It should probably be enabled via a software update as the hardware is quite capable. And I also did notice some of the shots were saved plain black as if nothing was captured, just a black image. So it happened to me more than once, so should be a software glitch. We clicked a few shots, here are a few snaps. We'll put it to a head-to-head comparison with the Mi A1 and the Honor 7X very soon, so stay subscribed. The phone runs on the MIUI 9.2, which is a heavily modded Android skin. It comes with no app drawer and a stark difference between the stock Android. UI feels smooth and day-to-day tasks execute without any UI stutters or hiccups. App opening and multitasking is again fluidic and all thanks to the powerful Snapdragon 636. This version of MIUI runs on Android Nougat 7.1.2 and the Oreo might take very long considering Xiaomi's past. The phone is still on December security patch. There are a few nifty features available like the double tap to wake, which is again my favorite feature, and there is also face unlock, which works fine in good lighting conditions. We will see more in our speed test, and there is also a one-handed mode which works great, and there are a few button gestures and app shortcuts to quickly open an app or perform an action. And there is also a feature called second space, similar to Samsung's secure folder, and dual apps, which can create a clone of your app and facilitate two logins. The Note 5 has a whopping 4000 mAh battery that is non-removable, and this is a mighty one and should at least last a day or two. The phone supports quick charging 2.0 and there is no support for wireless charging. We will have more details on the charging time and the screen on times in our full review. The first impressions are great and very promising. Xiaomi indeed looks to have hit a home run yet again, but we have to put it to test against its competitors like the Honor 7X, MIA1 to actually see if it really is worth the money. Please like and subscribe to our channel as we have so many videos in store, and I'll be back with another video. So until then, it is adios from Arvind.